And shout out to Teofimo Lopez. I'm actually wearing his gear right now.
Okay.
He gave me this a long time ago, and I put it on. I was like, "Yo, this thing comfy."
You don't know what happened. You don't know what just happened. All right,
I don't.
No, you
God
good.
damn it, they look stupid.
Hey, no, you good. You good.
Yeah,
Haney and Boots came up and
I ain't
said in
show
the back
nothing.
of
You
your
ain't get to see
sweater.
nothing at all.
Yeah, do it again. Do it again. All right, the takeover.
Yeah, the takeover.
All right,
yeah.
all right.
Sean, what'd you think of the energy between Barboza and Teo? I think I got to favor Teo early on just because of the gifts and explosiveness and talent that supersede Barboza. But Barboza's riding high right now, and he's very hungry. He fought a very disciplined, intelligent fight using his feet, which always gives Teo problems. He did that against Catterall. And I felt like, again, even though I'm giving the edge to Lopez here, I felt like Barboza kind of really brought the energy to him in New York and kind of scored a 10-8 round in terms of the fight before the fight, all this verbal stuff. I felt like, he brought that tough from the street LA kind of energy. And what it reminded me of a little bit was Gervonta and Roach, in that you got this professional grown-ass man in front of you who's very hungry, taking you 110%. And maybe you're taking him about 80, 90% serious in comparison. And you think this guy's talent just isn't on my level. So Teo should better tighten up and take Barbosa very seriously in this fight. What'd you think of all that, Sean?
I think he will tighten up. I did not see a 10-8 round out of that. I saw 10-9 for Barboza.
10-9. Right?
I saw 10-9. I thought, Teo's going to do Teo, sometimes when he speaks, it sounds a little quirky, but then there's other times where he makes a lot of sense. So in that match, I did feel like Barboza represented himself very well. The thing I really liked is he spoke on the momentum, and I do believe that the momentum is on his side, as he said. But here's my thing with Barboza. I figured out what the problem is with Barboza. He will not punch unless he knows that you're in range and he knows that he's going to hit you. He had to step up in his last fight against
Catterall.
I see his face. I'm going to see his name. What's his name?
Jack Catterall.
Jack Catterall. Yes. He stepped up against Catterall and he forced it, and he made some things happen, but that's not really his nature.
Right.
If it's becoming his nature, I'm with that 100%. With that 100%. And I even thought that fight was still close. Barboza's problem is he's not going to punch unless he knows he's in range. The other side of that is Teo a lot of times becomes this counterpuncher that's waiting on that Action Jackson shot, and Barboza don't give a lot. You know what I mean? So I think the fight's going to be interesting. I do have Teo winning that fight because I think he is more athletic. I think he is kind of for the sake of it's like the pouncer. He's the one that can pounce on you and just kind of steal rounds, where Barboza has to be consistently operating, doing the right things, and one fight don't give me the confidence that he can do that. But if he's willing to believe that he's got momentum on his side and he can work, if he's a better version than he was against Jack Catterall, this is a 50-50 fight. Right now, I got a 60-40 for Teo Lopez.
In this card, we got Haney, Garcia, Teo, all A sides. What A side you guys see can be upset? I'm going with Teo.
Oh man,
because I never know what Teo I'm getting. When I pick him, I bet the house on him. Everything, he plays with my heart. When I go against him, he performs like a world-class fighter that I've never seen before in my life. Inconsistent.
I agree. I think on paper, it's Barboza has the best chance at the upset, but they're all interesting fights for their own reasons.
Yes.
Rolly and Ryan with the sparring, again, like we're talking about, if Rolly brings back the guy he was when they sparred, an uncouth, disrespectful, uncivilized, beast in the ring, fearless.
Right.
Then he gives himself, he unlocks the true puncher's chance again against Ryan. And then for Devin, it's funny. I think Barboza and Teo's the most competitive fight on paper. Ryan and Rolly is the funnest fight on paper, and Devin, in a way, is the most significant fight on paper in terms of, like, because it may not be the sexiest storyline, but it's the one with the most substance. What is this 26-year-old who's accomplished a hell of a lot already? What does he look like after that awful night against Ryan Garcia? You know, is he the same? How does he react? The first time Ramirez gets him on the ropes, even though Ramirez is past his best, and he does his Ramirez stuff, and maybe at some point he pins him on the ropes and finds him with the left hook. What does Devin Haney look like? I think that's the biggest substance of that triple header is what do we still have left with Devin Haney? Does he come back stronger? Does he look shaky? That's going to be maybe the most important thing of the night.
So you got Teo also, that fight.
Yeah, I got Teo.
What you got, Sean?
I believe that Devin Haney comes to the ring and he becomes the Devin Haney, or he is the Devin Haney that he's always been. I think that he beats Jose Ramirez to the punch. I think Jose doesn't have good enough feet to stay with Devin. Should Devin find himself in range and Jose lets go, it'll be even more competitive. But I think that it's Devin Haney's fight to lose. I think that Devin is just better at multiple things. I really like Jose Ramirez. Was a Jose Ramirez fan coming out of when he came out of the Olympics. I expected him to be further along than he is now. I think if anything, maybe we haven't seen the best version of him, and that's still out there. The best version of Jose Ramirez, this goes every round. Every round's close, and it's a 50-50 fight. But at the moment, I think that Devin Haney is the Devin Haney that he's always been. He's just faster and sharper than Jose Ramirez, and he wins. Upset of the night could be between I agree with what Zittel said. They all have their little small nuances that could just kind of flip and end up being not what everybody expects. But I got a toss up between Barbosa and Romero. I think that both of those guys have the ability to beat the A-side fighter, but they both just got to do the right things. Mm-hmm. I can't bet on either of them.
Okay,
can't bet on either of them. But to segue into His Excellency and TKO merging and creating this boxing league, if fights like this right here are the fights that we can expect moving forward. And the other side of this, for me, with this league, this is what I want to see. I want to see the losers all get matched against one another. No win, loser, draw. I want to see the losers get matched against one another because, with the exception of Rolly, and I'm not trying to hate on Rolly, but I just think that Rolly has consistently shown that he ain't at that level no more. But Barboza, obviously, depending on how you lose, should Barboza lose to Teo, I think that will be a great fight against Jose Ramirez. Should Jose lose to Devin Haney, I think that fights like this, when you get marquee matchups, really good, close, competitive fights, I think the losers should have the opportunity to fight the other loser as well.
You know what the problem is, though, Antt?
Go ahead, give me a game.
They already fought each other, Ramirez and Barboza.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Just let you know.
That is true.
Just having fun.
That is true. That is true.
But yeah, you got the TKO.
God damn it. I'm trying to
get guys more dates, more paydays. Very nice of you.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying. What I'm saying is you make nice cards. The guy that loses the fight shouldn't worry about, I don't get another opportunity. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say.